Hello friends, in the series on the income tax cases, today we will once again discuss a case which is based on the addition of bogus purchases. The concept in the case of addition of the bogus purchases is that if the revenue does not doubt the purchases but only doubts the creditors from where the purchases have been made, and the assessee is able to demonstrate that the goods have been purchased, and in respect of those purchases sales have been made which has been included in the sales of the assessee, and the assessee is also able to demonstrate that the rates at which the purchases have been made from the alleged parties are in line, meaning thereby that they are equal to or less than the rates if compared with other parties. Then in that case, whether the addition is justified even on the percentage basis. This issue has been taken up by the Honorable ITAT A bench, Chandigarh, in the case of Gaurav Singh versus Income Tax Officer, and this case is reported in 126 ITR at page number 259, and the date of the judgment is 7th July 2025. The assessee is a proprietor concern who is dealing in trading in various types of scraps. During the previous year relevant to the assessment year, the assessee has filed the return of income based on the audited books of accounts, which were again based on the day-to-day stock maintained by the assessee in respect of scrap in which the assessee was dealing. During the assessment proceeding, the assessing officer was of the considered view that the assessee has purchased the goods from some parties who have not filed their returns. So in order to verify those parties, the assessing officer issued the notices under section 133 subsections 6 to those parties, and out of those parties, 2 parties gave the negative response that they have not dealt anything with the assessee. So the AO made 100% addition in respect of purchases made from those parties. And in respect of remaining parties, there were no contact details, and the AO find that they are not filing the return of income. So in respect of those parties, the learned AO restricted the addition at the rate of 25%. In contrast to that, the assessee has submitted all the purchase bills, the transport details, the bills, the e-way bills, and the bank statements from where it was apparent that the assessee has made the payment to those parties through banking channels. When the addition was made, 100% in respect of 2 parties and 25% in respect of other parties, and when the matter was before the learned CIT appeal, the CIT appeal was of the view that the entire purchases cannot be treated as bogus only on the basis that the notices under section 133 subsection 6 are not complied. But at the same time, the learned CIT appeal was of the view that the transactions are unverifiable. There is a possibility of over-invoicing, and since there is a possibility that the assessee has purchased from the grey market, so the learned CIT appeal thought it proper to restrict the addition to the extent of 12.5%. The assessee challenged this order in the tribunal, and when this matter was heard by the tribunal, the main finding of the tribunal was that the purchases were very much in line with the other parties. The rates at which the purchases have been made are either at the same price or at the lower price, so there is no possibility of extra income being earned by the assessee. More importantly, the tribunal also observed that the AO has not doubted the purchases made by the assessee, but only the creditors have been doubted, and only because of the non-response from the parties, the conclusion cannot be drawn that those parties are not in existence. The tribunal said that the assessing authority has not rejected or bring anything on record against the evidences submitted by the assessee. So from the facts of the case, when the purchases are not doubted and when the rates at which the purchases are made in line with the rates from the other parties, so in that case, even the addition on the percentage basis cannot be made. At the end of this video, once again, I am repeating the name of the case. The name of the case is Gaurav Singh versus income tax officer, and this case is reported in 126 ITR criminal at page number 259, and the date of the judgment is 7th July 2025. Thank you, friends.